I'm Hanan.
I'm Lina.
I'm Philip.
And I'm Jilan.
And today we're going to talk to you guys about intercultural marriages. So just for background, Jilan is my sister, Philip is my brother-in-law, and by now you guys know we're Egyptian, and Philip is...
I'm Dutch.
Like for real Dutch. Not like, you know, his
Not from,
great-grandparents.
Dutch country in Pennsylvania, but like from the actual Dutch people land of
Like
the Netherlands.
from the Netherlands. Yeah, from the Netherlands. Okay. So why don't you guys tell us how you met?
Yeah.
So I met Philip. He was working with Hanan at in the Dark Ages in 2006, maybe 2005.
No, 2006.
No,
2006. Yeah.
It's been so long, Philip. I
Yeah.
can't keep track of time. So I visited Hanan at work, and I sat at Philip's desk, which was really, really messy. And I wrote you a note.
And Philip and I literally used to sit like this, like side by side.
Side by side.
Yeah, like Lina, where Lina sits used to be just like that space, like, you know, where our computers and stuff sat in the middle.
So I wrote you a note to tell you how messy your desk was, included my coffee order in there, and told you that you could bring it by my office. And so he did. We had not yet met, but I did see a picture of you on MySpace.
Wow, MySpace.
MySpace.
Wow.
MySpace.
It was
MySpace.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Those were the
So,
days.
how long?
You were not in my top 8, though. And you were not in Hanan's either.
Top 8. I forgot
Remember
about that.
Yeah, remember
Yeah.
that top 8?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I,
So-
I
go
do
ahead.
remember Hanan at some point said, you know, maybe if you're nice, I'll introduce you to my sister.
You said
And then
that?
a while
Yeah.
later, she said, I'll introduce you to my sister.
Yeah, see?
I think she was trying to get rid of me.
That is not true.
That is a big possibility, actually.
true.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, how long before you guys got married?
About a year
Okay.
before we got engaged. And then 6 months after that, we were married.
Okay.
And it was the happiest day of Philip's life.
Okay.
Not hers, just
Okay.
Philip.
Just Philip.
Before that, though, before
All
that.
downhill from there.
For me. Yeah.
Terrible.
Before that, what did you like most about him, though? Like, what's the one
I feel like you're putting me really on the spot with an
Well,
awkward question.
How's that awkward? You married the guy.
I have to think back. I didn't prepare for this exam.
We'll take it to Philip. Philip, what was the first thing that really got your attention?
He has eyes, obviously.
Mesquine, let the guy answer.
Yeah, seriously.
So this is we're gonna get there. As you can see, like poor Philip is stuck between
Poor
know
Philip.
our loud ass Egyptian
Poor
family,
Philip.
and this is mostly what it's like.
Okay.
I'm pretty
You
used to
chose
it by
this
now.
life.
Let him answer the question. What did you like about this lady right here?
I think honestly, like her eyes definitely struck me first.
Not my personality. It's on the inside, Philip.
Well, they're the window to the soul, so
Aw.
That
that's
is
how
very
I
nice.
accessed your
Okay.
inside.
Yeah.
I think the letter was definitely a good like indication of her sense of humor,
Okay.
and yeah, I think that was just the beginning.
She
of
definitely
that.
has an amazing sense of humor.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
funny.
Take
I
that.
will.
And the award
confirm
goes
that.
to me then?
Yes, the award
Awesome.
goes
Yeah.
to you. Yes.
Awesome.
So, how soon did you guys realize? Yeah, this is actually going somewhere. And when did you start talking about telling your family?
So the funny thing is we didn't actually really tell our families.
Okay.
My dad showed up one day and he goes, I have a really important question for you.
Okay.
And I said, what is it? And he had met Philip as Hanan's friend. And he said, Hanan's friend Philip, do you want me to hook you up with him? And I said, no,
Really?
no, I'm okay. Thank you so much for that.
My dad's pretty great, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's awesome. So he tried to hook us up. And at that point, that was the moment that I realized that my parents liked Philip more than they liked me.
Yep.
Okay,
True
so-
story. 100 facts. Facts.
Still
here's
like
my
him
I
more than
think
me.
my parents like Philip better than all of us.
Yeah. He's like here, and then the rest of the family
Is
is
like,
here's the question that people are gonna, when they're listening or watching this, they're gonna be like, well, you're Muslim, and your dad is trying to set you up with this Dutch guy, right?
So the Dutch guy was already Muslim. He was a convert.
So that's like key.
So do you
Yeah.
want to explain how you became, not became, like how did that process? Like that was before you met Jilan or after
No,
or
it was
during?
It was before.
Yeah.
Before,
Because
okay.
it was Hassan in college.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he's Pakistani. He was
Okay.
my roommate for two years.
Okay.
So I kind of knew like he was definitely very like practicing
Okay.
Muslim. So he was a very good Muslim. Still is.
Yeah.
As far as I
Why the
know.
past tense.
Right. We
Hassan,
don't
if
know.
you're watching, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, we don't know what
still
happened to
think you're
Hassan.
yeah,
Apparently,
we
he
still
may
think
not
you're
be a good
yeah.
Muslim anymore, or whatever that means.
Man,
No,
you're
but-
you. I'll let Enoch. Like God help you with.
No,
these
no.
I have amazing patience.
Yes,
and
he
I
really
Excuse me,
does.
sir.
practice it every day.
two.
Yes, he
okay.
really
With
does.
the children.
Yes.
No, with everybody,
Definitely
with the
also
entire
children.
family. Don't let them
Go
trip
ahead.
you out. Like,
Let's let him talk.
Yeah. So I was
I feel
familiar
like
with
Lena's
kind
really
of.
aggressive today.
I have to practice that sometimes too.
yeah.
I'm gonna kill you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Philip. You guys let Philip answer that question.
I'm trying. Okay, go
Lena,
ahead, Philip. I'm
okay.
sorry.
I had been exposed to, I guess, Islam a little bit through Hassan,
Okay.
and then working with a lot of Arabs and like closely with Hanan. I don't
Who
remember.
is most Arabs?
No, it was the work was there were mostly Arabs.
Yeah,
at
they were
the
mostly
work.
Arabs. There's
Yeah.
just like people from like all different. And I just say it was just like different kind of Middle Eastern folks and also North Africans. So it was a very varied group of people. Like that. Yeah.
Not all of them Muslim either.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So I don't remember how soon or exactly how that came about, but I think through you, your mom got me a copy of the Quran.
Yeah.
And then I kind of read that and it kind of made sense. I talked to Hassan a little bit and then eventually he took me to the what's the
It's the
mosque that
Islamic
is
Center in DC.
yeah
Yeah.
the one like across from all the
I
embassies.
feel I can't
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
all of your memories straight in my head.
Yeah.
This is why I married you, so you can
Yeah.
keep track of all of my memories. for
Okay.
me.
So basically, religion wasn't an issue.
no, it wasn't.
Okay. And then you made that decision on your own, and you're fully committed to
Yeah.
that way of life.
I need you to say that with a little bit more like oomph, because viewers will think that I forced you into something that I didn't.
No, we just had like a 5-minute conversation about
Okay,
how you
just want to
did.
make sure that.
We're good.
All right. So you're.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why
She
we
forced
ask this
me.
stuff, because most of the folks, a lot of the folks who follow us always ask about, like, how did you guys, meet your husbands, or if you're in an intercultural or even like interreligious or interracial, whatever, relationship, how do you take it to the next step? And I know there's so many different levels of problems that you can face when you are dealing with like a Middle Eastern family,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
even on the other side. So the reason that I think this is so great is because sometimes it's not as hard as you think it actually is.
Yeah. Okay. So your dad wanted to hook you up with.
He
with-
did. He
Okay.
thought Philip was so wonderful.
My dad was
Okay.
trying to hook Jilan up with everybody.
No, he wasn't.
I
That
was
was
like the
you,
latest
boo.
in the row.
That was you. I think we need to get Dad on this podcast because I'm
No,
still
I
the
got-
favorite.
I got married on my own. Thank you.
Okay.
And I got married by like arranged marriage.
me.
So let's get this. Let's get it clear here for everybody. So
Yeah.
Hanan is taking credit for your marriage, basically.
She can take
Absolutely.
credit
Is
for
that
whatever
it?
she wants to
Absolutely.
take credit for, as long as she takes it back.
Okay.
That's not how credit works.
So why do you think your dad came up to you and said, "Hey, do you want me to like introduce?" Like,
So
what-
it was Ramadan, and Philip came to our house.
Okay.
Hanan was already married and out of the house. My brother was still home. I was
Okay.
still home.
Yeah.
So Philip came to our house during Ramadan for iftar one time. And my parents were like, oh, this guy is so nice. He's so muhtaram. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, they don't know him very
No,
well.
no, it's fine.
No, I'm kidding. And we had a great time. And
Okay.
my dad just really liked Philip, clicked with him.
And he still does.
He's again,
everybody
favors him.
likes Philip.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a consensus.
Well, not everybody, but most people.
Most people, yeah.
Yeah, most people.
Most people.
Smart
Everybody.
ones.
likes
Okay,
Philip.
so your parents had no issue. They were
No, not at all.
Okay,
my
that's
dad's
awesome.
my dad's pretty open.
Okay.
And as long as they're a nice person, kind, then it's okay.
Yeah. And like, did you, like, obviously your parents and immediate family, they were supportive, but did you get any kind of backlash as, because Philip's not Arab, from extended family maybe? Like, was
Not
that an
necessarily
issue?
backlash, but definitely
Okay.
commentary.
Commentary.
And I think that
Weird questions.
Yeah, the questions and the comments and the will he change his name? Definitely things that were eyebrow raising, we'll
Okay.
call it.
Okay.
I think that the wonderful thing about that is my dad really
Yeah.
shielded a lot of those comments. And
Yeah.
he responded to all of the comments before either one of us had an opportunity to respond, which was so nice.
Okay.
Because then you have his support, you have his backing, and honestly, whether it's friends or extended family,
That's
to me,
awesome.
that's it. As long as you've got your parents backing and support,
100%.
that's what you need.
Yeah.
And I know that's not usual. Like, this is
Yeah.
not the story that you hear. And so the reason we wanted to share this is to, one, normalize it. Like, this exists. You could do this. Like, you could talk to your family, and it may be a lot easier than you actually think.
And make no mistake about it, Dad was not exactly the most open individual.
No, he
So we had
wasn't.
very strict parents growing
No,
up.
but what I mean is, like,
And if this
they can
is
surprise you.
accepted,
Yeah, your parents can
absolutely.
surprise you 100%. So it's like, if you're out there and you're thinking, oh my gosh, like, how do I talk to my family about this? Or is this something that I'm going to be able to do? No, you could do it. It's totally doable, and your parents will most likely surprise you.
Yeah. So let me see my question here. I have a list of questions for you guys. So what do you, and obviously you don't have to deal with this with your family, thank God. But what about you, Philip? Did your family have any comments, or like, how did they feel about this?
About what? About the marriage part,
Yeah.
or like the
Yeah,
being
just
Muslim
you
part?
being, well, okay, being Muslim.
Let's take it in steps. Let's talk
Yeah.
about being Muslim, and then like the marriage part. So like in those steps, or in that order.
So my whole life we've been very like religious,
Okay.
and I think mostly due to the fact that my parents both grew up pretty strictly Catholic,
Okay.
Yeah.
and therefore kind of rejected it. My mom especially is very, let's say, anti organized religion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was definitely, I think, an adjustment for them. But I think as soon as they realized that it didn't change me, that I wasn't any different, they were completely fine, and they were basically like, do whatever makes you happy.
Okay.
So that was really really nice.
And then in terms of Jilan, did they love Jilan right off the bat, or?
They did, and I kind of feel like the same that Jilan says about her parents liking me better than her. I think it kind of works the same way for my parents as well. I think they know that Jilan can always be counted on.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's much more reliable than I am. So I think if
We know. We all know.
if things need to happen, if things need to be done, like, she's the one to go to. She is definitely the person
Okay.
who will take the
Okay.
action
Yeah.
that needs to be taken right away.
You could ask Philip if you need anything to get done, and in 3 to 6 months when he lets me know, I'll definitely do it right away.
You're so messed up for that. Haram alayki. Okay, so what do you guys, like, what's your response? Like, obviously, alhamdulillah, like, you guys had no issue with both of your families, but how do you respond to people that say, no, just stick with your own culture, it's easier, it's too much of a headache? Like, what's your response to that?
My response is why? What makes it easier? Why are you following the path that you think you're expected to follow, and why do you think you're expected to follow that path? We're all people at the end of the day. We're all human at the end of the day. The color of your skin, your background, all of that stuff honestly is irrelevant. What makes you think that you have we'll call it the perfect match with somebody that grew up the same as you versus someone else? I think the reason we work is because we're fire and ice.
Okay.
I'm very much the fire, and Philip is very much the ice. I've tried to melt him over the years.
It has not
and
worked.
it hasn't worked. He just keeps like freezing back up. But I think it's important for your own happiness to determine what is it that makes you happy. And the answer to that should not just be because my parents told me, or because that's what I'm
Absolutely.
expected to do.
Yeah. So now, like, for everybody out there that's like listening or watching and is like in a similar situation, right? Because like we have, our followers are great. It's like they're all across the spectrum. So we have people who are older, people who are younger. If you have somebody that's in that situation and they are, say they come from like a very traditional family, and like ours is kind of on some respects.
We're a very traditional family.
In some respect. I mean, there are others where we're not like as, traditional
But
as
you
other
guys,
families.
listen, I've known you two for a while. Your
Yeah.
parents,
They're pretty cool.
They're cool, but they were also strict.
Exactly.
Okay,
But
do
when
you
I
not
say-
remember the one time we got home at 11:03 on
I
an
know.
11 o'clock
Yeah.
curfew?
We definitely
we
had a
almost
curfew.
didn't survive.
Yeah, we definitely have a curfew. But
Yeah.
basically, if somebody is in this situation and say they come from like a very strict family, or I'm not going to use the word religious, I'm going to use the word conservative, because most, in my opinion, the people who were raised with us were conservative, more conservative than anything else. What's the advice for somebody who's in that situation and wants to talk to their family and then wants to kind of bridge that gap between the different cultures, and they're worried? Like, how do they begin to do that, or how do they begin that conversation?
Do you want to take it, or do you want me to take it?
You can start. I think. Yeah, go ahead.
So you want me to just answer for both of us?
No.
Awesome.
This is all the time.
I want to give him a platform, but he doesn't want it. It's really important to, first and foremost, know what you want.
Yeah.
Second, walk into a conversation feeling pretty confident about your decision and the reason why you made that decision. It's important to not second guess yourself and walk in saying, I think this is what I want to do. Maybe this is the path I want to take. If this is really what you want to do, understand, one, why do you want to do it? And two, if it's that important to you, go and pursue that. Have the conversation. I'm a big believer of if you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah.
And what's the worst that could happen? You could be right back
100%.
where you started.
Exactly.
As Hanan said, your family will surprise you.
Yeah.
Ultimately, our parents want us to be really happy. And I think that's very true for the majority of people. Your parents want the best for you. They may not see that what you think is the best is necessarily the best, but it's up to you to stand your ground and explain to them why this is the best decision for you. What worked for them isn't necessarily going to work for you. And times are changing. The world is different.
100%.
We're not living in an environment or a community where we are all from the same space.
And Philip?
Well, I agree with that, but the only thing I wanted to add to that is make it, as you always say, a conversation, not a confrontation. Like,
Yeah.
don't go into it.
Don't steal my lines. I think you need to be original.
I
My
gave you
God,
credit.
he's quoting.
I
He's
gave you
trying
direct
to be
credit.
nice. Mesquine.
I know.
So anyway, as she said, she's trying to give me a platform.
Okay.
And now I'm taking it.
Yes.
So don't go into it like as an ultimatum. Like,
Yeah.
don't make it a confrontation and say like, or else.
Yeah.
Because then you're just gonna walk into that wall, and then the wall's gonna just, stand its ground.
Yeah.
And put its own wall up.
Okay.
I totally agree, because I think it's really hard, and I think a lot of people are always afraid of like, well, what, how am I gonna be, and once you get past that hurdle, it's like, okay, was this person gonna fit into my family? Are they gonna understand like the jokes we're making? Are they gonna understand the conversation? And I think it's really up to you to figure out like to kind of
you
like
could include that
Yeah,
person.
but-
You gotta work. You
yeah,
gotta
but to
work
kind of
at
like
that.
find your like kind of make the vibe, right? Like kind of find what it is exactly that you want to do and how you want to fit into the family, right?
And that's, I think it's a two-way thing. So on the one hand, like what I really like Jen always does is she makes sure that I was always included in the conversation. Like when I let's say just started out,
Yeah.
and I didn't
Just started
understand like the language as much, and now just I really enjoy learning languages, so
Philip is unique, guys.
Do you
Before
remember
you
the first thing I
continue,
taught you in Arabic or no?
no, but honestly, Philip is very unique. He's
there were
not
two.
like everybody else. Philip understands and learns languages like very easily, like way more. Like he literally has an ear for languages. So I know this may not be everybody's experience, so it's definitely not mine. But he understands a lot of what we say and a lot of what's happening, and not just in Arabic. What are the languages you speak, Philip?
I took Korean for 3 years in college. I have
Impressive.
learned Spanish, German, French, Latin, and Greek.
And you also speak Dutch, friend.
That's my native
Yeah,
language,
That's
obviously.
obvious.
And he used to be able to do some Afrikaan work for us, because Afrikaan is very close to Dutch too.
Yeah. So what I was saying is that what I really enjoy is that Jen always made sure that I was included in the conversation. So if there were stories and jokes, she would either say I'll translate it for you in a second, or she would translate like the joke, or this is what they're saying. And that was, it was
very
really helpful.
helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And as Jen was going to say, one of the first kind of expressions that she taught me that is kind of relevant is atrash v'zefa.
There you go. There you go. زي الأطرش في
زي
الزفة.
الأطرش في
Yeah.
الزفة, because whenever he hung out with our family, he was زي الأطرش في الزفة.
Okay, do you wanna translate?
However,
So it is a very-
when I hung out with his family, I then became
The Atrash fi Zaffa.
Okay.
So Atrash fi Zaffa is a very like very well known like Arabic saying, right? So it's used very commonly in Egypt. I think you guys
We
see
do
it
it
too,
too,
right?
yeah.
So, like, and in the Levant. And it refers to when you don't understand something that's going on. It's like you're a deaf person in a wedding procession. So
Yeah.
you know,
There's a
you
lot
see what's
happening
happening.
around
Yeah,
you.
there's a lot. There's a
But
lot
you're
happening
not
around you.
getting it.
Yeah, but you're not
Yeah.
getting it.
Philip,
Yes.
what are some of the things that you had to get used to being married to an Arab?
organization.
The noise level.
Okay, the noise level. Okay, what's one thing you still don't get?
The noise level.
No, I don't know if it's that I don't get it. I have definitely gotten used to it, but you also know that I'm pretty good at kind of maybe not tuning things out is probably too much
No,
of a
tuning things
Tuning
out
things out.
completely.
No, Philip can.
Completely
Yeah,
tuning things
we can
out.
have a whole ass argument, and he's like, "What happened?
Hold on, I could be deceased in the corner,
What happened?"
and he's like, "Where's your mother?" Tuning things out mentally, visually. You don't hear anything.
Well, I can let's say I can focus on something
We
else.
can
and then have it
definitely
not bother me.
never utilize Philip as like a witness in a crime scene.
No.
Yeah, never.
What do you mean?
Like, no, he's just gonna. I mean, literally, we
he's
could get
gonna-
murdered, and Philip's gonna be like, "Oh, I thought they
I'm
were
not
That's what
quiet."
I
sure what
Yeah, I'm
happened.
not really sure.
I thought they were whispering.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
that's more of a personality than a cultural thing.
the little voices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's one thing, and maybe this is kind of similar to the first question, but what's one thing you still struggle with in regards to being married to an Arab family? Something that really annoys you. It's okay. She's not going to hurt you. We're here.
The camera will stop rolling at some point.
I honestly don't know if there's anything.
Like I'm putting
that
you on the spot. I know.
I don't think there's
Phil,
anything
this
that I
is
can.
a safe space. It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it when the camera's done.
No, I don't think there's anything I can really think of that I either am not used to or I'm still struggling with.
Oh, okay.
Not the
Okay.
I mean,
Bamia.
guys, like, I
You're
feel
still
like.
struggling with Bamia.
Well,
You're struggling with
But
Wait,
Jilan
wait.
doesn't even like Bamia. All I was gonna
Wait.
say
Yeah.
is Philip's like literally found his cozy spot. He eats mumbar, so I feel like
Yeah,
that's
he
Okay,
really
wait,
good.
time
Who
out.
doesn't?
What's the Bamia situation?
Bamia.
He
They
doesn't
both
like
don't.
it?
No, they
Yeah.
both don't
We-
eat Bamia.
Yeah, we both don't eat bamia.
The
we
one
both
thing
don't
you
eat
can't
kibda.
get accustomed to is
Okay.
some of the food. Bamia and
Ah.
kibda.
Yeah.
You don't
Okay.
even like kibda. What are you talking about?
That's why I married a Dutch person.
But like
I was
she's
like,
sitting,
get
he-
me
he
out of
can't-
here.
He can't get accustomed to the food, but she doesn't eat those things.
But if I'm
either.
forced, I will eat it
That's why we
and be
work so
really
well
upset
together.
about
no,
it.
you're
Yeah.
not gonna eat bamia.
We both avoid bamia together.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. I love bamia. Me and Lina love bamia.
I don't know about love. I mean, if it's there and there's
This
nothing else,
corner of the
okay.
couch loves
No,
bamia.
no,
Just don't eat it on the couch.
Yeah,
And we're
this
good.
corner
Definitely
of the
not
couch.
on Jilan's
Oh my
couch.
God! Speaking of the couch, you guys, we're in the guest room.
That no
and
one's
Philip-
allowed in.
Yeah, we're
No
filming
one's allowed in
like
the room.
you know the space like
This is
in
the
every
formal living room.
in every Middle Eastern house where like you can't wear your shoes. That's where we're filming today.
I am that Middle Eastern person. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
This is
As
the
you're
room. No,
breaking your own rule of jeans in a white
I
chair.
do have a hard rule of no jeans in the white chair, but today I bought the chair. I sat in the chair. I'm trying not to move in the chair to not let the indigo rub
Yes.
in the chair.
We
Yeah.
appreciate. We appreciate.
you.
yeah, yeah.
You're
That she let
letting
us
come
use
in
the room
here.
and the
Yes.
chair.
All right, so we're gonna do some fun questions.
Yes.
Okay.
And for the viewers, there are no prizes. I checked.
Okay.
No.
I mean, you get to be on our podcast, so.
You mean you get to have me on your podcast?
Anyway, Jilan,
Yeah.
describe what you first thought of Philip in one word.
Quiet.
Okay, Philip.
Loud.
I knew it.
All right, Philip, what's your pet name that Jilan has given you? Like a pet name Jilan has given you?
No, I'll tell you guys. What Jilan always tells Philip is before Philip is, this is why nobody likes you.
No, I don't say that to him. I literally look at him and I just go, Philip,
Yeah.
Two things.
Two things.
one,
Uh-huh.
why are you like this?
Yeah.
And two, this is
why
exactly
nobody
why nobody likes you.
Okay.
For background, Philip has severe allergies. He is allergic to love, fun, and happiness.
He's
We've
not.
been working on it for the last 15 years.
How is that answering
have
my
come a
question
long
about a
way.
pet name?
That is the pet name. This is why nobody likes you.
Are you serious? That's your freaking pet name to him? I'm like confused here.
Well, it's honestly.
No, I would. I most of the time I call you Philip.
Fur.
Fur?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fur.
Okay.
Philip.
And what do you call her?
Babe.
Babe? That's
No,
it?
I don't think there's
He's
any.
muhtaram.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am
Yeah.
muhtaram.
It really is.
Okay. All right. Okay. Who apologizes first after a fight?
Me.
Yeah. Is that usually the case?
About 97% of the time, I'm right. The other there's 2% where I'm out of the country, and then 1% where I'm wrong, but I'm still not going to apologize.
Okay. And you're okay with that?
Philip is
I
like,
guess
"La
I
hawla wa la
found
quwwata illa billah."
my
He's like,
Yeah.
"Nasibi."
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I found my niche in that, I suppose, and yeah.
It's a tough area to be in because if he doesn't argue back with me, then I have a real issue. But the moment he surprises me and argues back, I have an even bigger
Okay.
issue.
See, and he's
Yeah.
cannot
he's
win.
Yeah,
there.
like
No.
it's like you're damned if
he
you
does,
do, damned if
But
you
the
don't.
good news is I tell him this in advance, so it's not like I surprise.
It's not a
him.
surprise.
Okay.
Basically, where Philip has landed is like somewhere like no man's land, where you're just like, you know what, it's fine, it's gonna be okay. I'll apologize, and the world will just keep moving forward.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I love this woman, and
Unfortunately,
Oh, you're in trouble now.
wow. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, at some point, this camera will
You know,
stop
before we
rolling.
get to your next question, can we talk about how here is another area where Philip is like our Middle Eastern traditions have like kind of I don't know how to say
Smeared
smeared
his
his life.
life.
He's wearing a dad ship in the house.
Yes.
This has
take
been
a
a
picture of it
practical
later.
consequence of the COVID pandemic.
Yeah,
Of
he's
being
wearing
home
his.
so much and my feet starting to hurt from walking on the hard floor all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he is now officially wearing like a dad ship in the house.
Yep.
I
Alright,
turned
back-
40. Like, what
Yeah,
am I gonna
exactly.
do?
Exactly.
Okay, back to the questions. Who is the better cook?
I think we definitely share in that responsibility.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
I've had Philip's food.
Philip actually makes us some really good stuff. Jilan's a pretty good cook too.
so we definitely share. I've been on strike for a little while.
A little while.
I know it's been like 4 years.
Yeah.
I do everything else.
Okay.
Everything else?
Everything else. I bring all of the joy, the love, and the happiness that you take away from this home. I bring it in.
God, guys, she's joking.
I know.
She's really nice to him.
I know
She
she's really
is.
nice to him. You know you're gonna get so much hate on TikTok. You're gonna get so much hate on TikTok.
All right.
Well, the good news is Lena's gonna edit all of that out.
I'm not editing anything.
No, we're leaving it.
Who is grumpier in the morning?
Jilan.
Jilan.
I think
She
we can all
needs
agree.
3 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
3
need
cups of
three.
coffee
To wake
before
up.
she talks
Yeah.
to any people.
Yeah, the first one is to wake up. The second one is to be like semi-coherent and like be able to tolerate family. And then the third one is to be able to tolerate colleagues.
Like the rest
Okay.
of
Yes,
the world.
yes,
Like,
And
absolutely.
the rest of the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If forced, I'll go on too.
If forced, yeah.
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 But I mean,
you're
I
not
don't-
happy about it.
Oh, I'm definitely not happy about it. And I want to make sure everybody
All right.
knows it.
Philip, it's okay. Don't worry. I'll handle this if she gets mad. But what's one thing she does around the house that drives you insane?
It drives me insane.
Yeah.
I'd love to know. Inquiring minds would
Did you
love
see
to
her
know.
look?
And,
Like, I'd love to.
know.
Dude, I'm scared for you.
I would probably say, well, she usually fails to refill the water pitcher,
The water bin.
Yeah, and then
I love
denies
that.
it.
Fails to refill.
or I was just about to type of thing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna do that.
I was just about to do that.
I love how Philip
last
goes fails
time.
to refill. He makes it seem like it's something that
It's
you know,
just the picture, the Brita filter thing.
which
such
is
a
like
small
very
thing.
important
But
in
I
life.
do fill it all the time now that you've called me out.
Okay, Jilan.
Sometimes it works.
Yes.
Same for you. Same question. What's one thing he does that drives you absolutely mad?
He doesn't wipe the counters. He will always leave crumbs.
That's kind of annoying.
You always. To his credit, Philip is our dishwasher. Philip does a great job at washing the dishes, but I can't say anything to him, and I never do, because you wash the dishes all the time. But then whenever you're done cleaning all the dishes and put them in the dishwasher, and I walk by and there's crumbs on the counter, I immediately like.
But I feel like at the same time,
Start
if
to get
you're
a
washing
twitch.
the dishes, somebody else should just clean the freaking counter.
And then I feel like you should just stay on that side of the interview.
No, I mean, and like, okay, seriously, we need to vote on this because this is like a point of contention for me in my life. Okay, if
Okay.
you are cleaning and doing the dishes, and in this, when he does his dishes, did he also make dinner?
Yeah.
Usually.
Okay, like yeah, you can wipe the crumbs.
No.
Yeah,
That's
you
why I
can
don't
wipe
say
the-
anything.
Yeah,
Listen,
I-
I,
no,
was
no, I-
with you.
hold
Yeah.
on. I
until it's
I didn't say that I don't disagree. I'm
Yeah,
agreeing
yeah.
with you. I think
But
that's
oh,
why I
oh,
don't say
oh,
anything.
oh, mad. Oh, okay.
It yeah, the
Yeah,
question
okay,
is
I
what
see what
drives
you're
me
saying.
insane,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not disagreeing
Okay.
with you, which is why I don't
I
say
see what you're
anything.
saying now.
Okay.
And I walk by and I'm like, toot, 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 toot,
Yeah, yeah.
toot,
Okay,
toot,
now
toot,
I get it.
because I still respect myself. The man just worked hard.
Yeah. All right.
If you guys hear dog barking, that's Olivia.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's not that cute,
She is
but
cute.
we love her to death.
Who is the bigger baby when sick?
Jilan.
Me, for sure.
100%.
1000%. Absolutely. I'll take a knife to the stomach, but you give me a cold, I'm
Literally.
out of
Okay.
here. I'm
It's-
out
it's-
of here.
It's so funny because you are definitely like you have much higher pain tolerance. You're okay with anything in that regard. And I'm much more the baby in that. But then as soon as like sickness rolls around, I'm just
Yep.
like powering through it as
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Jilan gets
And
a
Jen
cold
is
and
out,
she's
like,
like,
down for the count.
today, Drake.
Today was bad. Today was terrible. I think I died 14 times
Okay.
before 8
Yeah.
a.m. and I only woke up at 7:30, and I can't handle a cold.
All right. Interesting. All right. Last question. Who is more likely to get arrested?
100%
Jilan.
me.
Yeah.
1,000,000%
We can all
me.
agree.
Yeah, Jilan.
Yeah,
That's million
that's,
percent.
that's not even a.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. I would like to think that if the kids are involved, like if somebody messes with the kids, we'd both get arrested.
Yeah, obviously.
But then we don't want to like orphan our children.
Yeah.
But there's a plan. Hanan will take the kids.
Absolutely. And I'm just going to let you guys know, if Jilan gets arrested, I am most likely going to be the one bailing her out because Philip's going to forget. Like 100%.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna be like, Philip, can you come get me?
I was gonna say I'm gonna be with the kids.
All
Like
right.
that one time you forgot to pick up the kids.
I have never
When
forgotten
was
to pick up
this?
the kids.
I was in Bulgaria and he forgot to pick up the. I'm sorry, no, I was in Nottingham. UK. And
Okay.
he forgot to pick up the children, and then I had to call my parents to go get them.
I don't
I
remember
have
this.
receipts.
I don't remember this either.
That's because
I'd like to
you guys
see these receipts.
choose to block these things out of your mind.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna call
Okay.
Dad. We're
You
gonna
ready?
call Dad.
For the game.
That wasn't the game.
Yeah, I
No.
thought that was the game.
That's
No, this is questions.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
Game.
so we're gonna put you guys on the spot.
Let's
See
go.
how well they know each other.
Ooh.
How long have you been married?
15 years?
15 years? Okay.
It's like the
mashallah.
games you
Say
play at
mashallah.
bridal showers.
All right. First question for you, Philip.
Yes.
Which high school did Jilan go to?
Thomas Edison.
Okay.
Wow.
Is that correct?
That is
Yeah.
Okay, Jilan. Who was Philip's best friend in childhood, like growing up?
I can't say the gentleman's name.
Why? Just give a first name.
I don't know it.
What do you mean? You don't know? Wait. You don't know how to pronounce it, or you don't know?
I don't know what it is. I can, however,
Okay.
go get you a picture from the photos that I just organized.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Stop. So she has 0, and Philip has 1.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
an unfair question.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Ask him about my childhood. He will know nothing.
That's not true.
Keep it rolling.
Philip, here's a tough one.
Okay.
Can you name 2 of Jilan's grandparents' names? Not 4, 2.
Grandparents' names?
Yeah.
I cannot.
But that's really hard because they were both like dead by the time they
Yeah,
met.
that's a very difficult question.
Yeah, I've never met her grandparents or. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take that one out.
Yeah.
We won't count it. Okay.
I
So
can't name his grandparents
Philip
either.
is 1. You're
Yeah.
0. Okay. Philip,
Yes.
who is Jilan's celebrity crush?
Oh my
Harry
god.
Styles.
Really?
100%. I feel like if you don't know this as a commoner walking God's green
Yes,
earth,
that is
Yeah,
so true.
you don't deserve to be alive.
Okay.
Harry Styles probably knows that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and just for the record, I will leave you and the children for Harry Styles.
Yeah, thankfully he lives in a different continent.
If he just
and-
looks in my direction and I feel like there's hope.
Damn.
I know. I was like,
Okay.
oh my god.
We still want you guys to be together after
We will
this.
Yeah.
continue together,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Jilan,
Yes.
what's Philip's favorite video game to play?
Philip doesn't play video games anymore. He plays with his cars. But he did used to play.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember Philip
yeah.
used to play video games.
Yeah, you used to play GTA and that gun one.
the gun
gun
one. They're
one.
like all
The
gun
war
ones.
Call of
one.
Duty.
Call of
Call
Duty.
of Duty.
Okay, so basically now
We'll
Philip
count
is at
that
2
one.
and Jilan is at 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you get two?
Harry Styles.
Yeah. yeah. Harry Styles.
Philip, what's Jilan's shoe size?
Depending on the brand, 6 or 6.5.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right. On
all
point.
right. Okay. This is for you, Jilan. What's Philip's favorite sports team in America?
The Green Bay Packers.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
good job.
That's awesome.
All right.
retained
So
information.
3 and 2.
3 and 2. Okay.
Still ahead.
Yeah.
Jilan, I'm gonna ask you this. What's Philip's favorite ice cream flavor?
Philip doesn't eat ice cream, but if he is going to eat ice cream, he's going to eat Haagen-Dazs ice cream because that's what I buy.
Are we giving her that one? Damn, girl. All
Eat
right.
whatever I'm given. Damn.
Exactly. So
All
it's even now. It's 3 and 3.
Okay, Philip. What's the last TV show that Jilan binge watched?
She's still binge watching it. I don't know if it has like 18,000 seasons.
Which
but
one?
it's Love Island UK.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah?
god.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's 4 to 3.
That's 4 to 3. Yeah.
All right, Jilan. What's Philip's favorite food? Or one of the top 3 favorite foods, and we'll see if he can confirm.
It's very hard because
Okay.
Philip likes food.
So, yeah, it's very
Yeah,
difficult.
that's why I said like top
because he
3.
eats a lot of different food. He's much more open with food than I am. He's
Okay.
willing
Isn't
to
it funny
try.
that like breaks the stereotype, guys?
And plus he has a much larger selection. He has Dutch food, he has Egyptian food.
Okay.
so do
American
you. You
food.
just don't like
Yeah.
any food.
No.
She's stalling. She's
Yeah,
stalling.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah,
Just name something
It's
my
gonna-
dad makes. And
It's
probably,
pasta.
that's what
It's gonna be
is.
carbonara, or it's gonna be nasi.
Nasi, that's a good one.
Okay, so what's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
score
Or
now?
I can't remember what it's called. The little thing with the mushrooms and the beef.
Oh, yeah. We call it pastijtje. It's like
That's it.
I guess
Say
it's,
that again?
Pastijtje.
Okay.
It's like
So-
a,
Why
you
is
know,
there like
the
a
little,
secret H in there?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
This is why I'm like the little thing with the en flan.
flan,
Philip,
yeah, for
Okay.
sure,
Phil- that is
flan.
the
Oh, yeah.
only time in
For
life
all my
that Philip
Egyptian
will lick a
peeps,
plate.
Oh, yes,
that's creme
yes,
caramel.
yes. No
caramel.
shame.
Yeah.
No shame.
So Philip becomes the child in that situation.
Isn't that what you guys call it too?
Creme caramel.
Yes. I'm like for all my Egyptian peeps. That's
All right,
creme
but
caramel.
what, they're tied?
They're tied.
Okay, now
Yeah.
this is round 2. Favorite color?
Red.
Orange.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
okay,
That's
all
right.
right.
Well, sorry, it's orange in life, but you would prefer gray for a car. Like that weird silver
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it. Yeah.
Okay. Favorite thing to eat for breakfast for each other?
Whatever I
We're-
make her.
We're not really breakfast people.
I was gonna say that's if Jilan ever eats breakfast.
Yeah,
she's
we're not.
usually
We're
just
not. We're not breakfast
caffeinated
people.
and hangry.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite snack? I don't know.
Cheese curls.
For me,
Yeah.
ooh, Philip's also not a snacker. So whatever it is that I buy in the pantry is what you're eating.
Okay. All right.
I'm not very picky, I guess.
Yeah,
is what
Okay.
I'm
Philip is
saying.
not. Yeah, you're
Okay.
not.
I'm very picky. You're very not.
I mean, honestly, Philip is way more adventurous. That's what I'm saying. Breaking the stereotype, right? You have like Jilan, who is Egyptian, and she like does not eat spicy food. She doesn't eat anything with that even spiceful.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's very like bland, like salt and pepper. Or,
Okay,
like,
I
where
wouldn't
it's
call
at.
me bland. I'm definitely very colorful in my
I'm
life.
talking about your taste for food.
My
I'm
taste
okay. It's
buds
okay,
are not
Jilan.
bland.
She's always making fun of me for
She's
the same
awful.
thing.
I don't
Yeah,
know
but
how you
then
live
Philip
there.
will
I know.
eat
Like mine
whatever.
is a forced relationship. You chose this life.
Yeah. And then Philip will just like he'll try anything. He'll eat whatever. He eats spicy food. So
All right. Favorite singer or band?
Harry Styles.
Okay,
again.
I feel like this is an unfair one because, like, when we first got married, you hit me with like Swedish House Mafia and all this like weird stuff, and I was like, so I don't know. And you listen to like Jurassic Park or 5 or whatever their name is.
Jurassic
yeah.
Park.
That was a while. I haven't listened to Jurassic 5 in a while.
They call
so
Jurassic
messed up.
Park.
Jurassic 5.
I don't even know what that is.
See what I mean? He listens. His musical taste is like
Well, he's sophisticated.
Yeah.
no, it's like the equivalent of like spam for food.
Oh, come
Meanwhile,
on.
I'm over here.
Damn.
For
eating
anybody
a
out there who
steak
is
and
in
you're
support
eating
of
steak.
Jurassic
Zero
Park
appreciation.
or Jurassic
Yeah.
5, we apologize.
Yeah, I
Okay?
I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't know. We both listen to all different genres. So
Okay.
at any given
Okay.
day, you'll hear anything from like house to Abdul Halim to Harry Styles to so much.
Okay.
Yeah. Rock. Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, biggest fear. Like you got to tell me what's her biggest fear, and you tell
Oh
me
my God,
what's
that's
his
so
biggest
easy.
fear.
Biggest fear for Jilan? Kids getting lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say bugs.
Oh, bugs too. Yeah. honestly,
Yeah.
but-
Bugs
But
like.
I mean, like
but,
actual
but that's
fear.
a real everyday fear.
Yeah,
is
it's a
bugs.
phobia.
The kids
It's-
getting lost, they have to go out to do that. But
Yeah.
if the bugs are like,
I feel like the bugs are gonna come for my kids one day.
yeah, the
the
bugs is like out of
Bugs,
control.
man.
What
Does
about
anybody
Philip?
like bugs?
Not bugs.
Your biggest fear is losing me.
Philip, it's okay. You can be honest. If that's not that's not your biggest fear.
That is not my biggest fear.
Yeah, top 10.
She's not going to eat anything if I'm not here.
That's
That's
true.
true.
I
That's true.
refuse to fend for myself.
Yes. Where's she going to get her coffee from?
Right.
I'm not a hunter or a pillager, Philip. I was not meant for this.
It's not
life.
called a hunter and a pillager. It's a hunter and a gatherer.
And I gather.
Yeah.
See, I feel like that too. I can't do
A
it.
pillager. A pillager is somebody who goes and like
Like a Viking.
Like
Yeah.
like takes towns.
I'm not
and-
good at that
Oh
either.
my god.
I don't know. What's your biggest fear, Philip? I feel like I give you so much security, you don't have time to have a fear.
She's trying to say it all
I
sweet.
don't
too.
have time for fear.
Yes.
Nobody
Everybody
needs to
has
have
a
time
fear.
for
Between
fear.
feeding me and the kids.
So you don't have one.
No,
You need to-
Heights.
I'm sure
You don't like
everybody
heights?
has a fear.
Yeah. I
You're
mean,
afraid of being eaten by a whale.
no, I mean heights. I guess is kind of there. Yeah.
You're not afraid of being eaten by a whale?
When the hell is he gonna meet a whale?
No, I think biggest
What if we
fear.
go to Alaska for our next family vacation?
I
not
really
going to
want to go to
Alaska.
Alaska.
Okay, I feel like we should move on to the next segment. He's now talking crazy.
You don't want to go to Alaska?
No, I don't want to go to Alaska.
Dude, that would be so
This
cool.
is not the
Right?
show.
Right?
Yeah, let's go.
We are so losing track of these questions.
Okay, because we're gonna like wrap it up, but like you mentioned Arabic music. Who's your favorite?
My favorite.
Yeah, you've been in this culture for a while now.
Yeah.
So.
I started out.
give the right answer.
Yeah. I
Doesn't have to be favorite, just someone
Abdul
you
Halim
actually like.
Hafiz.
Okay.
His voice is very iconic.
Okay.
I would say. God, I can't remember who else.
Not
It's more like songs and
I was
not,
gonna
not
say he
really,
likes Hamid Diab.
Yeah, I was gonna say not Amri
but it's more like songs than
Okay.
people.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, did you want to add anything
No.
else? I'm good.
I feel like this is a good podcast. Hanan spoke the least.
That's kind of my job as hosting, is to let the people on the podcast
I
talk.
think I spoke the least.
Also, I want to make sure that all of your viewers know that we are in a very loving relationship, and
This is
They're
the
not.
disclaimer.
Yeah,
We
they're,
are.
they're
Disclaimer.
so not.
We don't have
like,
pet names, but we definitely have a dynamic.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
do.
They're
Yes.
so not like what you guys see here. So just
we're very fun.
Don't
people.
come after her. She really
Oh
loves
my god!
him.
If you guys come after me, who will brighten your day? If you come for me, you're coming for my husband.
I mean, if you come for her, she's just not gonna respond. That's pretty much what's
Probably
gonna
not,
happen.
no.
But this, it can work.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Intercultural
it works.
marriages can work.
I think
okay?
as long as the two people in the relationship have a really great foundation and a really great understanding,
Yep.
and they got their own dynamic, the rest of the world will always have opinions. They will always have something to say. But as long as there's an understanding here, that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
So what you guys see,
Yeah.
guys see is very different than what the life that we experience
Absolutely.
looks like.
Yeah.
And
Well-
go ahead, Philip.
All
Go
it
ahead.
takes is just some flexibility, some patience.
A lot of patience.
Yeah.
Sometimes a lot of patience.
Yep.
Sometimes
You're
a little
absolutely
bit
right.
patience.
I am very patient.
Yeah, you're so patient, and I
No.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Maskeen. Okay, we
I
need to-
just thought, we just felt like it was really important to show you guys that this can work.
it can work.
Like and everybody fits in together, and it's not like an awkward puzzle, and it doesn't take effort. It's easy if you actually want to, if you want to do it. And if you're like what Philip was saying, if you have patience, if you have flexibility, it could
yeah,
work.
but that's for any marriage, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but just
but
like
what I
see
mean
each
is
other
not
as
just
people
marriage,
and not
it's-
as like
Yeah.
a cultural
It's beyond,
something.
right?
Yeah.
You have to understand that you're marrying one person, but you're taking on their cultures and their traditions.
Absolutely.
And you have to make sure that if you choose to have children in that relationship, that your kids understand both sides and they understand both
Yeah.
backgrounds.
Yeah.
So we do
Absolutely.
a pretty good job, I think, of making sure that our kids know that they're Egyptian and they're Dutch,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're also American.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
100% a benefit. It's not a crutch. It's not
100%,
a
yeah.
detriment.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
an
still
enriching
waiting for my EU
experience.
passport, but like we'll talk about that off camera.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh my God.
And yeah, like Jilan is just funny. And,
She is.
I'm just trying to help you because you probably get some comments. She's
It's
really
okay.
nice.
I mean,
You're gonna
honestly,
edit it. I probably will.
but think about it. Like, I want to because she was saying, "Oh, guys, this is like not giving a disclaimer." I actually think it's pretty great because
Yeah.
think about it like this: if you can be yourself 110% in
Exactly.
any relationship, that means it's healthy. That means you're happy,
and it's fun. It's
Yeah.
not. It's never boring.
it's like what everybody should
not.
strive to be. And so,
it's not boring.
Yeah, it's not. No, it is not boring.
Why would you want it to be boring?
Exactly.
Does
Exactly.
this
Yeah.
gentleman look like he needs help?
Does he look like he needs help?
Blink twice.
Blink twice if you need help. Yeah, blink
Blink,
twice.
blink, Philip.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for this episode.
Thanks,
Thanks
guys.
for coming to
Yeah.
our
Thank you.
formal
Yes.
living room.
And
Yes.
thank
Yeah.
you
Appreciate
to
that.
Jilan and Philip for letting us in your home and messing up your
Like your
salon.
formal sitting.
They
your
will put
salon.
furniture
Yeah,
back
your
before
salon.
they leave.
Exactly.
We will clean up. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And
I just don't know why it had to take this long to be on your podcast, honestly.
I know.
See, we can't say bye. He's taking on the Arab thing where
We
we're
can't
trying
say
to
bye.
end it and say bye. And
We're gonna
Philip started
be
to come-
recording all the way up until we walk out the door.
Exactly. No, but thank you guys for joining us.
Tell us.
We'll
All right.
see you guys
Yalla,
next
yalla.
week.
Yalla, yalla.
Yalla, bye.
Bye.